Do you know who they raided in Omaha? What kind of facilities they raided to round up all these brown people? Food packing plants, meat packing, processing facilities, food preparation facilities. It was all food preparation that go to our grocery stores. So, let me just say to you, you better prep, because it's going to take a while for these facilities to get back up and running when all of their workers have been taken away. Do you know that Nebraska and Iowa have the largest food packing facilities? And they just rounded up all their workers. So yeah, food shortages are on the way because of lack of workers.
All right, Nebraska, this one's for you. See, what you did was, you voted for a man on lies. Now, that same man, we already know, he don't like to pay for his bills. They told you that over and over. You got cities that he still owe money to. You got places that have shut him down because of the way that he didn't pay his bill. There's places that he can't go back to because of the way he didn't pay his bills. And when you signed that piece of paperwork, that contract with Joe Biden, he was a man of his word. But then you elected 70% of you farmers elected to put the man in who does not keep his word, instead of actually dealing with half of the administration that was running, again, who not only gave you those contracts, but are known to keep their word. So while you were out voting against the people who work for you, that are undocumented, that you feel are living off the government and getting welfare, you too found out that you were part of the welfare queen section, because if it wasn't for the federal government bailing you out and giving you extra stuff to improve what you have, because you must have forgot the federal government was making money off of you. USAID, yeah, you made some money off of it, but the government did too. So righteously, they're just giving you a piece of what you have already contributed to the country. Again, you found out you were just as much of a welfare queen as the undocumented people that you had working for you. Now that they're not coming to work and the work's not being done, and some of you got loans out there that need to be paid. How about this? How about you do like your man, and don't pay the bill. See what happens. Well, that's what you asked for, so what do you want us to do about it? There's nothing we can do about it. Good luck. I have a question for the Nebraska farmers. And this is a serious question. So if anybody that reaches this and, is a Nebraska farmer or knows a Nebraska farmer, I'm hoping that you can help me with this. So when you all went to the polls, and what was it, 60% of Nebraska voted for Trump? 60% voted for Trump, even though his campaign was primarily about deporting illegals. And you knew that your farms and your crops were picked by illegals. What did you think was going to happen? Like, genuine question. Like, what did you think was going to happen? I'm curious. What did you think was going to happen? Because if you have so many people working your farm, and you know that you don't have the proper documentation, did you think that they was going to stick around? I guess this is where my curiosity comes in. What did you think was going to happen? Because the math isn't mathing for me. I'm just saying, the math is not mathing for me. Help me out. Help me understand. What was the game plan?
All right, guys. Thank you for sticking around. If you made it this far into the video, please give me a thumbs up. Helps a lot. Let me just say, the first video that we saw, it was the lady. She said, they attack food packing plants. I saw that on the news, and they from one meat packing plant, they took 100 workers. Just imagine, pretty much they took everybody from there. Just imagine that you have to replace employees overnight. So there's going to be a lot food shortage in the United States, because it's pretty much impossible to find 100 workers, 100 employees overnight. And most of the people, American people, they don't want to work on this under this condition, and they pay, they offer, they pay pretty much minimum wage, these people, because they're undocumented people. And there's going to be food shortages in the United States because of this. If this administration continue attacking, processing plants, and there's gonna be big problems. And like this lady is saying, farmers. I think it was 70% of the farmers, they voted for Trump. 70%. And pretty much if 100%, or well, let's say 90% of your workforce are immigrants, they are illegal immigrants, they are Hispanic people, why did you vote for Trump if he said it that he was going to deport everybody? He said it, he doesn't like brown people, he doesn't like people, colored people, or Spanish speaking people. So he said it. So what was your plan? Like this lady is saying, I would like to know what was your plan, because you need to always have the plan B. And my opinion, your plan B was, you thought that black Americans, they were gonna come running, knocking on your door to get hired, but not. Black Americans, they're not gonna do this type of job, because those times are over. Black American people, they are already, they have pretty good jobs. They are, engineers, doctors. They went to school, they went to university, and they're not gonna go back to the farm land, to pick tomatoes and strawberries and stuff like that. Those times are over. So let me know what do you think on the comments below. What was the farmers thinking about, like, black people? They was gonna run back to the farm land to pick tomatoes. It's not happening. So we're gonna suffer because of their choices. This is another F around and find out moment.
Because it seems like what y'all thought was gonna happen was, I don't know, y'all was gonna get some prisoners to work the fields. Y'all was gonna get, I don't know, us to work the fields.
Told you.
Y'all, who did y'all think was gonna get to do it? Like, what did y'all think was gonna happen? And then, from what I understand, they've also frozen your funds. So I'm just curious, what did y'all think was going to happen? How did y'all think that was going to go when, again, he ran his entire platform on getting rid of illegals?
Yep.
All of them. What y'all think was going to happen? Tell me out.
So for those of y'all who've been keeping up with recent events as it relates to the farmers, right? We talked about Nebraska, and then we talked about Iowa. And all of these farmers, are losing their minds because they're losing their farms, and, they're scared. Well, let me tell y'all what I heard today. So the lobbyist groups for the farmers are proposing another bailout of $16 billion.
$16 billion bailout for the farmers. That money is gonna come out of us, our taxpayer money is going to go back. Is going back to the farmers for something that they did. They voted for Trump, and now we have to pay the price. Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
The last time Syphilitic Sid did this in his first administration, they received a whopping $24 billion in bailouts. Well, this time around, Syphilitic Sid said he doesn't know if he can do that. He's not sure that that's something that they can accommodate. Look, I love the farmers. The farmers are wonderful. They farm, right? They farm. But, we're trying to cut fraud and waste and a lot of unnecessary spending. So
Trump, he's trying to cut, unnecessary spending, but he spent like $48 million throwing a birthday parade for himself, but he's trying to cut unnecessary spending.
now these people and their lobbyists are trying to get bailouts. But what I want to understand is, what happened to you got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps? What happened to we voted for him because he's a great businessman? What happened to we're going to put our trust in him because he's going to help us? Help y'all do what exactly?
Go bankrupt.
Lose your farms? Yes, that part. Because you know who invests in these companies that buy up bankrupted farms? Your vice president. So, to all you farmers that voted for this, thinking it was going to be like the last time and he was going to give y'all a bailout and y'all would get those subsidies to support yourselves and your farms and your families, it's not coming. Not this time around. It's not coming. You can just forget it. So, I wish you well. I hope it works out for you. Maybe, somebody can whisper in his ear and change his mind. You might want to reach out to Ivanka because she's his favorite and he listens to her, I guess. But they're not really speaking, ever since the insurrection. But I don't know. This is just word on the street. It's just gossip. But you didn't hear it from me. But, good luck.
This just made me laugh. This just made me laugh because the farmers, they voted for Trump and they thought that they were gonna get some money that they promised. They sign up some type of contract to get money from the government to improve the farming and better technology and whatever. But at the end they told the farmers, no, you're not gonna get that money. You're not gonna get it. And a lot of farmers, they say, I signed a contract. Pretty much when you sign a contract, you are 100% that you're gonna get whatever is in the contract. But this time, no. Just throw the contract away. It doesn't mean anything. So they invested money, that they have to plant crops into something else, thinking that they was gonna get millions and millions of dollars from the government. At the end, they didn't get anything, and they voted for this, and now they are crying because they are losing their farm. I think it was a setup. It was a plan. Everything was planned. So they just want the farmers to go bankrupt. And like this lady was saying on the last video, one of the guys that invests and buy, bankruptcy, businesses that are bankrupt, especially farm now, is the vice president. So he's gonna go and get this farmland for cheap I bet you he's gonna get help from the president, from Trump, to buy this land for cheap, and then they're gonna resell it to somebody else. So who knows what is the plan that they got in their mind to do with this farm. So farmers, I'm sorry for you guys, but you deserve what you voted for. Sorry to say this. I'm sorry to say this, but we are in this pretty much together, and we are going to suffer. Everybody in the United States is going to suffer. Is going to have to pay the price for all the food that come from this farm. They're going to go up, and there's going to be food shortages because of this. Believe me, it's coming. It's coming. So prepare yourself. Okay, guys, so let me know in the comments below what you think about this whole situation. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you guys on the next video. Thank you, and bye bye.